Okay guys, so we've set up everything up to this point, all of our social media stuff, and got our back-end WordPress all integrated in. So a couple final things we need to set up are our Shareaholic tab. So go ahead and click on the left here where it says Shareaholic, click on Dashboard, and go to the Sexy Bookmarks, Enable. And what you're going to want to do is go through here and only utilize the social plugins that we just set up. Get rid of all of these ones, Fast Mail, Print Friendly. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this. Okay, so we're just going to use Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Let's look for friend feed right there. And I do not believe that WordPress blog is on here. So this is just for a quick little access menu that's going to be put on your posts page for people to be able to share the material that they have with people that they are friends with, and create a kind of viral sense for any content that you create that people are really keen to, so that they can send it out to the rest of their networks as well. So important for people who visit your blog to share your information that they have on there. We're going to leave all of this. We want to include the Facebook like button. You can choose, you know, any different little characteristics here. I'd leave everything as default. We want to include the Facebook send button, include the Facebook +1 button, and include the tweet button. You can notice down here that this is what it's going to look like below the post section for people to share certain posts that they like. Now what we want to do, come down here and leave everything else in here as default. And what I like to do, you can choose the background image. I like to choose Share the Wealth, specific to preservation of wealth. It kind of goes hand in hand with what we're trying to do. And don't worry about any of the compatibility settings or menu placement. Just click, or actually one thing we do need to pay attention to with the menu placement is we want to keep it on the main index and the posts. So get rid of pages and category index and click Save Changes. Okay, perfect. So now we have this Shareaholic plugin set up, and one other thing that we need to set up here is our Google Analytics. So click on Google Analytics, and it is going to ask you for a web property ID, UA-0000. This is just showing you the format that you will find your code in. So what we need to do now is open up a new tab, go to Google, and type in Google Analytics. So we're going to go to the Google Analytics site here, and we want to sign in, again, using the same exact information that we've been using all along for Google Plus and all of our Google account stuff. Type in your password, click Sign In. And what we want to do is sign up for Google Analytics. So click the Sign Up button over here on the right-hand side. And we want to use, we'll use the classic analytics. It doesn't really matter. They've got a new Universal Analytics beta version coming out. So let's just go ahead and add that just to see what it looks like. It's going to have the same classic analytics functions with a couple added benefits. So let's see if that benefits us at all. Let's type in our website name. Mine is blog1.rockstartechnologies.net. Actually, the URL goes directly below. The website name is what we're going to name it. So let's just name it POW blog. Okay. Industry category, pick whichever one is most pertinent. Business and industrial markets, I'll just choose that. Setting up your account, we'll type in POW blog again for the account name, same as the website name, and let's go ahead and get our tracking ID. So let's go ahead and accept the terms of service agreement. and that will take us to this portion right here. And if you notice right here, it says tracking ID, and then we got that UA code. So let's go ahead and copy this UA code. Makes it very simple for us to integrate this in with our WordPress site. Let's go back to our WordPress site and simply replace the UA code that they have in there as an example with the UA code that we just created with our Google Analytics account. Click Save Changes, and everything is ready to rock and roll with Google Analytics, and you will be able to now see in your Google Analytics all of your website data. So you can mess around with this when you have your free time to kind of just peruse around and see what type of analytics. It's going to keep track of everything for you. Let's go back to our WordPress backend. So now that we have the Google Analytics set up, one more thing I wanted to clarify with you guys on the XML sitemap, which is still in the same settings tab. I want you to scroll down to the bottom, and I want you to change the posts tab to daily so that Google and Bing know to check for posts on a daily basis. Or if you're just going to be blogging weekly, you can set it to weekly, but just set the default to daily. And the priorities, you want the minimum post priority right here to say 0.6. So set that to 0.6, update the options. I apologize for not clarifying that when we went through the XML sitemap generation tutorial, but you can still get that taken care of right here. So go ahead and do that. Make sure you update the settings, and we have now configured the Google Analytics, XML sitemap, Shareaholic. Now the one last thing that we need to set up is the AuthorShare settings. AuthorShare, leave all this stuff as default. The only thing that we're going to include in here is our Google Plus account. So let's go back to our Google Plus account that we have open here and click on your profile. Make sure you're on your profile and go up into the address bar, copy, Control-C, that address, copy this portion right up to the end of the backslash where it says plus.google.com /, copy everything after that and paste it into here. If you notice, it has already filled in for you what portion of the beginning domain that we need in there. So we just need that last portion pasted in there. So copy and paste that in there. Go down, there's a couple different little settings that you can customize on your own. Post list heading, here are my most recent posts. You can leave that as default, and everything else leave as default. Click Save Changes, and now our AuthorShare options are set up, so every time we submit a blog post, it will automatically syndicate to all of our social media sites. Google will know who is setting all of it up, and they will also help get your blog posts indexed by Google. So now that we have all that set up, all the plugin setup is done, all of your social media sites are set up, and everything is integrated and communicating with our WordPress blog, and you are nearly ready to rock and roll with starting to blog. So stay tuned for the rest of the tutorials, and we're going to teach you guys how to create a optimized blog post. See you guys soon.